the Martini Studios in Ontario, California, it's the Foos Show!
Getting my car keys from the park.
Your cockies?
My car keys.
Cockies.
Your khakis?
My car keys.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh God.
Foos not having it. You're not as high. He's not that high.
He's not.
Not that high. Wait, nope, never mind. He is.
Hey guys, welcome back, man.
Hi.
Howdy ho.
What's up, my dude?
What is this place?
It's the Foo House all over again, you guys.
Foo House
Wow.
2020.
Yeah, how was your guys' New Year?
It was fun,
Well,
man.
food time passed.
We wow.
That's for sure.
You sure did, buddy.
Uh-huh.
We actually ended our year with Don't Fuck with Cats.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah.
Whose stupid idea was that?
It was Caesar. He's the guitarist of the Soaring Blackbirds.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. Yeah, that was quite an experience.
Took us for a ride, man.
It was a
Have
hell
you
of a
seen it
roller
yet,
coaster.
Foo?
Hell yeah.
I walked away, Foo. I can't.
You can't do it?
I can't do
It doesn't
it.
show you anything. It doesn't show the kitties getting, murdered.
But it shows you the kitties, though, right?
It shows
Yeah, it
you
does.
that.
It's
and
so
that's
sad.
that's the part, Foo, because their souls are forever like.
Just gone.
Like I know who's gone now, though. That's like the tough part.
Yeah.
It's like, damn it.
Well, just think of it, this way.
Man, come on,
like
man.
in
I mean,
history class, you see a lot of pictures of dead people.
Okay, Foo.
Sociopath.
Foo, am I
saying.
am I misunderstanding this part? This guy was leaving clues in these videos for like people to find him, or did people have to like
I think
find out who he was?
I think because people were looking into his shit, he got wise of like people, banding together to try to find him, that he got cocky and started leaving clues after, after what, like the third video or something.
Yeah, because he
Occurrence.
was joining. They found out he was joining these groups under like burner accounts, and that's how he kept being in the loop, but also fucking with them, but also like kind of feeding them information.
Yeah.
So it's like a movie then?
It's a 3-part
It totally could be.
documentary. It's on Netflix, and it takes you through like a super sad intro, and then after a while, you're just like, I gotta fucking see how this ends, because they start doing investigative journalism.
It
Yeah.
takes you for a wild ride. Once you think that this guy couldn't be a bigger piece of shit, he does something else.
Jesus, man.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
man.
he actually. Yeah, he shows like they show him murdering someone. Yeah, it's a hell of a.
I mean, they don't
fucking-
show it, but-
they don't show it.
So
but
this
they
is a Netflix original?
It's a documentary.
Yeah, it's a documentary.
Or at least
I'm very shocked that this made like the cutting board, dude.
I mean,
Pardon the pun?
bro, they lost friends. I mean, when you lose friends, you go sociopathic. Dude.
Oh my god.
Thanks for the wisdom, Josh.
You're welcome.
First of the year. There you go.
There's my first nugget. I don't know about today, man.
Nah, yeah, today's a hard one, man, and we're gonna take this time actually to reflect on the news that broke this morning. Now, I found out about it was around noon time.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
I would say, yeah.
Yeah, and it just spread like wildfire, man. But Kobe Bryant, number 24, passed away from a helicopter crash this morning. And what was he doing? He was taking his little girl to basketball practice.
Yeah, I think a practice or a tournament for the Mamba Academy.
Yeah, travel game, I
So his
believe.
little girl Gigi, she's only 13.
Yeah.
too. So they both passed amongst some other people that were on the helicopter. But god damn, it was devastating, dude. It hit me like a ton of bricks. I was in the bathroom and I yelled out to Steph. And I'm like, Steph.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I froze in my tracks. Like I was just like, what did you say? No, I didn't hear you properly.
Yeah.
And I was just like, that has to be some kind of fake story. So I went online. Sure enough, who has the news? TMZ.
TMZ, man. And, the sheriff's department started questioning, the integrity of or morality of whether or not TMZ should have reported it so early on before the coroner. But that's just what they're about, if you ask me. I don't know.
It's that struggle, Foo, of is breaking news right? Because I'm assuming if this was a different incident where a cover up was needed, then this is like why they're afraid.
If the person who had passed, unfortunately, saying this, I kind of feel a little wrong saying this, but if it wasn't Kobe that had passed in this, yeah, we probably wouldn't have found out until like 5:00 tonight, on the 5:00 news.
Oh, it wouldn't have been TMZ.
It wouldn't be a TMZ,
Mm-hmm.
exactly.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's that type of circumstance, and the people that are involved that get that'll get the immediate press and coverage on it. And yeah, I mean, this whole situation is it's heartbreaking,
The thing for me is, we were talking about off air, is that it is the news reporting and, we're getting incident update pretty much for a celebrity. But at the end of the day, it's like, how does his wife find out,
through
on
TMZ.
the news?
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty fucking devastating instead of like getting a phone call about it.
Or for all we know, she probably, because this did happen at 10 a.m. She was aware that they were going on this helicopter trip.
Mm-hmm.
So the company, I would hope, immediately would have called his wife and let him know what happened.
Right.
I would hope something. We don't know that details like that. That's the kind of
Probably
details
never
we
will,
don't
too.
know. Yeah, I think that's going to be.
I think we may at some point, but I think because Kobe is, a celebrity and he's a millionaire, he's rich. It could have been a private, flight.
Mhm.
It totally was his helicopter.
Yeah, he has his. I think he bought his own helicopter.
Yeah, so
company.
like
We
we
would
don't
famously fly it over to Staples Center for
we don't
games.
Yeah,
so
man,
like we don't
practice.
have to know the details, or like we wouldn't know them right away. Like now it's coming down to, because it's not being reported to like through a company.
Mm-hmm.
Like we'd have to find out through the FAA and shit like that, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. We've essentially have gone through the many stages of grieving today.
Yeah.
Because obviously we're at the point of anger. Because
I'm at acceptance now. Luckily for me, I think it's I've said it already, and I've said it before. The only other celebrity that I actually have felt like this when they passed was Scott Weiland of Stone Temple Pilots. Now, the argument has been made by friends of mine that we saw it coming with him, with his bouts of addiction and things like that. But he's just one of my favorite vocalists and frontmen and rock and rollers, man. So it hit me like a ton of bricks. So regardless of whether or not I saw it coming, it sucks to see him leave this planet the way he did. When you see greatness like that just perish, dude, it hits you like, damn, we lost a good one.
yeah, especially in such a tragic way. His 13-year-old daughter, who was pretty much like him. That was his mini-me, essentially, because she was the one that was going to be in the WNBA.
Yeah.
Well, you saw like earlier this year that his daughter, like Kobe never used to watch NBA games, but he started to this year because his daughter's like, I want to continue your legacy. Because I guess she, like, there's a scene, I guess, when Kobe was on Jimmy Kimmel, like, Jimmy Kimmel asked, like, oh, are there going to be any sons, or, are you going to have any boys continue on? And he's like, it's funny. He's like, the other day I'm at the game with my daughter and I'm talking to some fans or whatever. And then some fans come up to me like, hey, Kobe, where are the sons? Come on, continue your legacy. And then my daughter's like, hold on. I got this. Don't worry. I got it. It's just like, just hearing that and seeing those things. It's I can only imagine what, Vanessa Bryant, his widow, is going through, and her other remaining 3 children. Like that's gotta be a newborn, dude.
Yeah, they just had a newborn. I believe it's Natalia, Bianca, and Capri is the newborn. He has, it's a sad day, especially seeing all these reactions and all these statements from these great NBA legends. Oh man.
Yeah, just about everybody spoke up, if not directly to the press, at least on their Instagram. They posted some stories up about, what their feelings were about it. It was cool to hear from them.
Yeah, I think like the last big day where we've had such a tragic death, Steph kind of mentioned this earlier, was when MJ died. The world grieved, and like that's kind of how it feels right now.
And before that, the only real thing I can remember is John Lennon.
Yeah.
When John Lennon got shot outside of his apartment in New York.
Oh, actually,
You remember that?
Can't remember.
No, I don't, but I could just imagine.
Well, he remembers reading about it, Steph.
Oh, well, there you go.
I saw the Jared Leto movie, whatever it might have been called, but I saw it.
Oh man, that was a
Yeah.
That was a movie.
That was a movie, all right.
all right.
Jared,
Yeah, somebody
Jared
filmed
Leto
Jared-
gets no shout outs on this podcast.
Damn.
My bad.
Damn.
My bad.
All right, well,
I
go
don't
see
think
Morpheus.
I'm just kidding. Like,
I don't think the Foo Bar Show recognizes that as the real Joker anyway.
no,
No,
that's
no,
not.
not at all.
All right. Well, then
And
he's
that's
cool.
the only instance. His music, I'm sure you have a better.
Well, let's see how
read on
Morbius
that.
looks. Morbius looks like it's going to be. A good
I don't think so.
But anyway, let's continue on with let's reflect. Like Josie.
Speaking of Jared Leto, I got this one.
Oh,
You like
God.
Huey Lewis on the news?
Anywho, what's your favorite Kobe moment that you remember seeing?
Dude, I grew up just watching this guy just give it to the other teams, just like he brought us the three-peat. He gave us what Magic couldn't and gave that greatness of it was like that feeling. I'm old enough to remember what it was like watching Michael Jordan on TV. I was very young when it happened, but I do remember those times and how excited my cousins were when he would, play with the Bulls. And then to relive that kind of excitement in my middle school days with the Lakers and Shaq in the fold and, taking us to 3 championships in a row. God damn, those teams were amazing to watch. And then you still had a worthy Celtics team going up against them, just like back in the 80s, It was an amazing kind of, I don't know, like a reboot, like a real life reboot of the movie that was The Lake Show.
Oh wait to 10, right?
Oh, dude.
Kobe was a legend. He had so many goddamn great moments. I mean, his 81-point game against the Raptors just torched Jalen Rose. Like, it's funny.
whole
They
team,
had
man.
the whole team, but it's funny. He points it right at Jalen Rose because there's a video out where like all of a sudden in like almost Curb Your
It's-
Enthusiasm kind of fashion.
It's a commercial from a few years back.
Yeah, Jalen Rose walks through a restaurant and all of a sudden you just hear Jalen. Yeah, and he turns around and he's like, and he's just like,
the camera
"Hey."
swoops around, and it's Kobe.
He's all, "Hey, Kobe, what's up, man?" He's like, "What's up, dude?" He's like, "Hey, man. So, about the thing on the TV earlier." He's like, "Oh, no, dude, it's water in the bridge. Don't worry about it." He's like, "You know what, man? That's cool, man. I'm glad that you could be cool about it." He's like, yeah. So, stats aren't my thing. So then the waiter comes by and he's like, "Hi, Mr. Brand. What can I get for you?" He's like, "Vodka martini." "Okay. How many olives?" 81. It's just like dead silence.
And then
Jalen's-
Kobe's just looking at him serious in the face.
They're just like dead silence from each other for a few seconds, and then the waiter's like, "Wait, are you serious?" He's like, "Nah, I'm just playing. Joke for him. I'll take 2." Oh man, he had just those great. He was so witty and so intelligent. Like, I have his book, The Mamba Mentality, and I'm so happy that I purchased it. Like, it really gives you an insight into how creative and how intelligent the man really is. And he created a whole mentality, the Mamba mentality.
He was an intellect, man.
Yeah.
That guy loved knowledge, and the fact that he can speak so many languages was so like,
Oh, my
wow, this
God.
guy does not fuck around.
No.
Like, he knows what he's about. And
He was a real intellectual.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would often do interviews in Italian after the game
Yeah.
Yeah.
with Italian broadcasters.
I mean, he even he would shit talk to foreign players in their native language. Like, he
And
learned
they would kind of
Slavic.
To fuck
be
with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they'd be like, "The fuck, dude!" Like,
They would. I think Josef Nurkic said that one day all of a sudden Kobe just started talking shit to him, and he said "fuck you" in Russian, and he's just like, "Wait, what?" He like stood back, and then he let Kobe score because he's like, "Holy shit!" He's like, "Kobe just cussed at me in my native language. What the fuck's happening?"
This is off the court, but one of my favorite. Well, it doesn't even involve Kobe per se, but remember that Nike commercial with the puppets where David
Yes.
Allen Greer made?
Yeah.
Where they're trashing LeBron for not having any championship rings yet? This was years ago.
It's
They
funny.
had little Kobe, the little Kobe puppet, and they have the little LeBron puppets. Remember, they
He's
used to
like,
go side by
LeBron.
side.
Dude,
Yeah.
that was
LeBron.
dude,
It was like 2009.
Yeah,
that was
great.
Nike banking on the Cavs making it to the finals against the Lakers.
Yeah, and then the fucking
That was one
Magic
of the
fucked it up.
biggest. That was one of the biggest disappointments ever.
That would have been an
dude.
awesome fucking match.
That would have been
see.
fantastic.
For the books, dude.
Yes.
The history books would have had a field day.
Honestly, man, I wish LeBron would have came to LA when he left Cleveland instead of Miami.
Yeah.
Oh,
But-
dude, there would have been multiple championships.
And it's crazy because LeBron requires the cooperation more so. If he would have reached out to Kobe, Kobe would have been like, "Come if you want, I don't care."
yeah, he's just like,
That-
pull your
which-
weight. Kobe would have just straight up been like, pull your weight. That's it, pull your weight.
Damn, they would have been awesome together.
Dude, they would have been fantastic. What you're seeing right now with AD and LeBron, it would have been that, but 10 times better. The chemistry between Kobe and LeBron is just unreal. Like, they
Yeah.
were legit brothers. And
One of the missed opportunities, dude.
yeah, yeah.
In a great sports matchup.
And for this to come on the heels of LeBron passing him
The night before.
the night before, Kobe even congratulated him on Twitter, for passing. And I think he even called him after the game and spoke with him.
Well,
you
like,
know.
because the media spoke to LeBron after the game, and then they just wanted to know how LeBron felt, and he ended up like talking about Kobe for 5 minutes. So
Yeah, cause LeBron loves him. Like LeBron idolized Kobe, so it's like for you to idolize someone that's so close to you in age, and oh man, I can only imagine.
It's just crazy because we have three main titans when you think of the NBA greats. What do you got? You got MJ, you got Kobe, and you got LeBron now. And MJ, he's always been a silent type. He hasn't really been one unless you're talking about like Hanes commercials with a Hitler stash. You got
jeez.
that. You got that going for that, and then you have Kobe, who's like an intellect, who has his own production company. Dude won a freaking Oscar for it.
Yep.
Academy Award.
It's an Oscar.
Oh wow,
Same
Yeah,
thing.
same thing,
yeah.
man.
The more you know, food.
jeez, dude.
Pot it up.
I'm not in the know apparently.
And now you have LeBron, who has like a show on HBO. They seem to get louder when the greats come by, but I think they're more influenced
LeBron's more
social
like
media.
production entertainment type.
Yeah, he's,
LeBron's expanding on Kobe, seeking that and going further, which I think again, like that just shows LeBron following in Kobe's footsteps yet
he's
again,
using his
And-
platform
yeah.
for what he perceives to be good for humanity and that kind of thing. So
I mean, both legend. We just lost a good one this one, and I remember I watched his last game. Me and you watched it. That was fantastic, dude. For him to score 60
Dude,
fucking
I
points.
was at DJ No Chill's pad with his roommates, and we were watching that 60-point game. That was fucking great, dude.
Oh man,
yeah,
the most
very last game, he made it awesome.
Kobe's last game, he denied the Jazz a playoff spot, dude.
Yep. He said, nah, not on my
Dude,
watch.
he put up such a great
This is
performance.
my day. That
They
was
were.
Kobe.
They didn't even have like. They had no chance of making the playoffs. They just didn't want to give it to the Utah Jazz.
Yeah, that's really what it was. It was legit. Just hey, it's Kobe's last game. Let's just fucking ball out, dude. Fuck the Jazz. And if you look, everyone else didn't really score after a while. Once they saw Kobe was hot, they're just like, fuck it, just keep feeding him.
Yeah, give
Just
it to
keep
Kobe.
feeding him. Give it to Kobe.
It's his day.
Like they even said it. They're like in the third and fourth quarter. I think Byron Scott was his coach, right? Mm-hmm. Byron Scott's just like, just feed him, man. Give it to the old guy. He wants it. So and then Kobe just took over, and God, there's so many great memories, and we're gonna continue to keep remembering those and keep remembering him in such a good way. We still got Kobe Day, 8/24.
Yep.
It's true.
And it's going to be celebrated even more now.
Oh, this year's going to be wild.
It's gonna be nuts.
I mean,
And I was telling you guys earlier, he's been immortalized. Whenever you throw a wadded up piece of paper into a wastebasket, you always scream Kobe.
yes.
Dude,
He's
and
the new Marco Polo.
And everyone has to keep doing that. Food.
Yeah, it's
It's always Kobe.
So the legend can never die.
And listen, if there's anyone out there that uses names like Black Mamba, don't change them. Just keep them, man. Remember the guy. Even though it's going to be outdated. People are going to be like, why are you calling?
Mamba.
Best Lakers team with Kobe. Who do you say?
Him and Shaq were unstoppable, man.
When it was Shaq, Ori,
Rick Fox.
Kobe, Rick Fox, Devin George, Derek Fisher.
Fisher, dude.
He
and
had
his
Horace
three-pointers.
Grant.
Oh man,
Fisher and his 3-pointers was such a great compliment
Yep.
to Shaq and Kobe.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Oh my God, he was like an archer from back there, dude.
Yeah, man. I mean,
The guy was the archer, and then Kobe and Shaq were just like the infantry, just getting in there.
That 3-peat team is by far the greatest team of all time.
Dream
In fact,
team.
it is the greatest team of all time, in my opinion, because, I mean, of what they were able to do. Granted, you can't keep a team that good together for so long. Like, look at the Warriors. You know, everything happens. But you know what? Kobe still proved, like, hey, he could still do it. Like, you cannot discount what Kobe did back to back against the Magic and then against the Celtics. Finally getting the Celtics thing off his back.
That Celtics thing, dude.
Oh,
that
game.
series was amazing. Remember back with what was that guy? The Birdman.
Yeah, Chris
that guy
Anderson.
pissed me off.
Yeah,
that guy pissed me off, and they shut him up fast when he played against them.
yep,
Oh,
yeah.
hated that guy.
What bothered me most about him was the wings.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
on
had
his arm.
tattooed on his arm. Ah!
Birdman.
No.
And you know, I always equate Sasha as a Kimmy Gibbler.
La Máquina. Every time, man, we'd see him come up, my dad would just be in the background, La Máquina. Like,
He was a great player,
he
man.
was, dude. He was.
That entire team was great,
That
dude.
team was dope. That's even Shannon Brown was pretty good on that team when they needed him. But God,
And you had Luke
yeah, you had Luke
in there too,
Yeah,
just
Luke in
kind of
the
from the
mix.
bench.
Just saying, hey guys, I'm
Hey
still
guys,
here.
I'll be a
Gasol.
manager soon.
My dad's Bill.
I'll be yeah.
Gasol's good too.
Oh no, Gasol was great. Gasol,
That was
Fantastic.
after the fact, but they got champs with Gasol.
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
they did.
yeah, man, it was
That first 3-peat team though was
100%, man. I mean,
dude.
Kobe was just a global great and a global icon. And if anyone out there, you know, I know this, you're listening to this after the fact, but if you guys, you know, are still kind of grieving about it, I mean, don't feel bad because we all are. This is a heavy one, you know. Like I cried a few times today, especially watching all this memorial stuff on TV. God, just kind of sucks you in, and just, you know what? But don't be afraid to talk to people about it, man. Talk about the memories of Kobe and remember the good times, and you know
That's what he wanted, Foo.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
then you know what? I'm really his animation company. This is gonna be how like he's lived.
It's gonna be immortalized.
remembered.
Yeah, he's gonna have a legacy.
So-
He has a long-standing legacy,
And it's crazy that this is what like he envisioned, like him eventually making it, and like that little animated film he made.
Yeah, Dear
Saying
Basketball.
goodbye to basketball. It's
Yeah.
like, damn, now it's like him saying goodbye. So
yeah. I mean,
pretty-
you know what? Kobe had a complete life. Like even after retirement, he was loving life. From what everyone was saying, like the guy was just really enjoying his kids, spending time with his younger daughter. Unfortunately, she's kind of getting slightly forgotten in the matter too, because her dad. But Gigi Bryant unfortunately was one on that plane, and that's potential that we will never see. That's just it's sad, man. Today's not an easy day for anyone.
I always like the video of when Barnes tries to check Kobe by
With
faking
the ball.
like he's gonna throw the ball in his face, and Kobe doesn't even flinch.
Yeah.
That was a G, man.
Oh man, he had so many great dunks. I like the dunk he had against what's his face, Gerald Wallace and Brooke Lopez, where he's just driving right down the lane, and they both go up to try and block him, and they almost high five, and he just barely makes it past him and dunks right on both of them and posterizes him. Like I think that was one of his last great years when he was with Powell, and damn, that was.
Who? What's your favorite Kobe moment?
actually, it's a series of moments by two players specifically. When Kobe used to play against Bruce Bowen and Rajah Bell.
Oh yeah.
Because
Those were
Bruce
great.
Bowen was like not like he stopped him, but Bruce Bowen was a good defender and good at annoying people, and so was Rajah Bell. When Rajah Bell was on the Phoenix Suns
He used
and
to
matching
piss
up with
off
Kobe, and then when Nash and Amari Stoudemire were on the Suns, they would match up Rajah Bell with Kobe and just be like, just bug the shit out of him. I would love those performances. I remember like him like slapping Kobe around in the first quarter, and then they got in each other's face, and then I think Kobe went off for like 50 that game.
Yeah. Yeah, like every time. But then you'd have those games like against even Tony Daniels against Kobe, especially in the finals for the Celtics. That was always a good matchup. But Bowen used to always lock up Kobe on the Spurs. Like all of a sudden, like whenever they would play at San Antonio, Bruce Bowen would just fucking be locked down defender all the time on him. But then at LA, yeah, things get a little different. But man, just all those matchups he had, like then all the potential team ups he could have had. Like I wanted him to team up with Tracy McGrady.
Oh
like,
my god, that would have been amazing.
That could have been great. T-Mac, if we had T-Mac and Andrew Bynum and Kobe, whoo!
Oh man,
oh, dude, it would have been great. And you know what? They actually did an interview with each other a couple of months ago, and they talked about that. You know, like was there ever going to be a team up? And Kobe's just like, a lot of people like to speculate and all that, but I don't think about what could have been, but probably not, because I always wanted to kick his ass. So, so like that. Oh man, Kobe was just the guy that was always ready for the attack. You know what though? My favorite non-basketball Kobe moment, besides that Jalen Rose, commercial thing, is remember those? Was it the Mama mentality, the Kobe focus? Team Kobe, like seminars he had, like Kanye had one. He's like, hey Kobe, what can I do to be better? Just be great. Yeah, but how do I do that? It's not about how you do it, it's about doing it. I don't know what the fuck you just said, Kobe Bryant.
Oh yeah,
Kanye. He's all, you're welcome. Like, those commercials those commercials were great. Like, oh god. Oh man,
yeah, the game with the Raptors, that goes down in the books. Free throws after tearing his Achilles.
Oh, that one was
when he had to do that.
Oh my god, that was a tough one to watch too. I mean, you felt when this guy used to get himself hurt, like when he broke his pinky.
Yep.
And he still fucking kept shooting like lights out.
Yeah,
it's like, wow, dude.
Yeah,
He was great, man. He was my favorite player. Like I was telling Stefan the Foo over here before that my brother had a Shaq jersey and I had a Kobe jersey, the number 8. And we would always be outside in the front playing basketball. And I'm like, all right, I'm Lightning, you're Thunder. And my brother's like, what the fuck? No, I'm not Thunder, I'm Lightning. I'm like, nah, man, Kobe jersey. Sorry, outrank you. It's like, he caused a lot of kids to love this game, and some actual NBA players, idolized him. So he was the next generation's MJ.
Pretty much.
Yeah, and
pretty much.
He played just like him. Like he modeled his game after MJ. So
he just made it exciting to watch.
Yeah.
You're like, you watched the Laker game because you knew that it was the Lakers, but most importantly, Kobe was a part of the team.
And you knew that at some point Kobe would just turn it on and would just get the team back. Like if it was possible, Kobe can always get a clutch win. He could figure out a way to win. Like you just need at least one person to give him.
And you felt it when he didn't.
Yeah,
you're just like, oh man, that's beating him up.
And you knew he wanted it. Like everyone knew and felt when Kobe wanted to fucking win. No one ever questioned him because Kobe was always pissed at himself after every game when people tried interviewing him. Like you could tell he was fucking pissed off and he didn't want to do media interviews. Like,
yeah,
man, yeah. I mean, he had some great fucking moments, like winning the championship, the dunk contest, didn't he? As a rookie,
yeah,
he won the dunk contest, and that was it. He didn't want to do it anymore after that. He's like, all right, I got it. I don't need to go back.
He was a living legend, dude.
He 18-time All-Star.
I'll never forget when the Lakers won that first championship and they were flipping cars over in downtown.
Yeah.
And I was watching on TV. I was like, holy shit, dude. And my dad was so pissed off because he worked for Waste Management. He was like, God damn it, we're going to have to help with the cleanup. Because I think they won like on a Sunday night, the first championship.
Oh, so everyone. Oh no!
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! I gotta go back to work tomorrow.
But I guess it was worth it, Foos, because they brought 2 more in.
Yep.
Right after.
And then everyone chilled out. It was like, all right, you can't have that again. Like, don't do that again.
Oh man, what a.
Kobe.
It's like you guys said, man. We got to remember the good times because he gave us a lot of good times.
He gave us something to marvel. You know, when I was a kid in middle school, and I would just look forward to going home, turning it on, you know, Channel 7 when they would, whenever they would play a home game, and just watch Kobe like just bang it out with Shaq and the rest. It was good entertainment,
Dude,
it was good basketball. You're like, God damn, these guys are so good.
the days with Shaq and Kobe were the best, dude.
Artwork, dude. It was
Yeah.
fucking artwork.
Yeah.
I remember my dad used to just listen to him on the radio, not even watch him on TV. He'd prefer to listen to it on the radio.
Chick Hearn, man. Chick
Oh,
Hearn
my
was the voice of the
Oh,
Lakers.
dude.
Like, when
That's
those
right, we had
calls,
Chick back
those
then.
great calls.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That
yeah.
Jello was jiggling, dude.
Dude, it was.
Oh,
the fridge, dude.
Mama Jamma. Damn. Yeah.
Well, you will be missed, guys.
he will be.
It will be.
You'll
We're-
missed.
The
We'll remember
NBA,
him.
yeah, the NBA is going to do some pretty awesome tributes to continue
Mm-hmm.
on what they've done so far.
The Grammys, I'm looking at the internet right now. The Grammys had a nice little thing that they did before them, and
Every team so far, I think MSG, Madison Square Garden, they lit up their entire stadium in purple and gold for Kobe. They even had like a moment of silence, 24 seconds, you know, on the shot clock, moment of silence for him. Every team so far, like Trae Young, he actually came out in the number 8 jersey. He normally wears 11. Came out with the number 8 jersey for him, and like each side at the beginning took 24 seconds off a shot clock violation in honor of him. So they couldn't cancel the games, but you know what? Each team's just like, we gotta recognize this dude's happening, man. Like, this is happening. You know, it's a sad fucking day, but you know what? Some people need this, and they needed it because I'm sure if they didn't play, like, I don't know how LeBron's feeling right now.
I mean, look at it like this, dude. How what would Kobe have wanted? He would want everyone to keep playing.
Yeah. He wanted everyone just to, you know, celebrate his life, enjoy all his moments, and then just keep going about your business. Do what you got to do. And I think that's what we all should kind of do. It sounds kind of callous, but, you know, just keep remembering the good times, praying for his family, for those that pray, and do that kind of stuff.
yeah,
You send our well wishes for those that don't pray.
yeah, man. And for those of us that just want to celebrate his life and whatever he brought to the table, whenever his mouth opened, whenever he jumped on a court, you know, the ethic that he displayed, the work ethic that just showed, you know, how great of a player he was because of the work that he put in, the hours of just practice. And he was a great influence of somebody who, you know, strives to achieve any kind of goal. You know, he had his goal in the crosshairs, and he wasn't going to stop until he got it. And goddamn, dude, and he was smart. He was one of the smart ones that bypassed college to just achieve what he knew he deserved because of the hours that he put in. You know, nuts to that. If I would have, you know, the NCAA wouldn't have been a challenge for him.
No, not at all. And
At age 18, like he was.
And I mean, he immediately started creating an impact. Like, I mean, his first year, yeah, he was up and down, but his second year, he started flourishing, you know. And for someone to flourish so young, so fast, he was just a one of a kind talent that just came into the NBA into all of our lives, you know, at a great time. And he really influenced an entire generation. There are still kids today that, like 12-year-olds and stuff, that still like Kobe and remember Kobe. So, yeah, man. I mean, Steph, I know you've been a little quiet. What's your favorite moment from Kobe?
Dude, I love all the basketball games, and Kobe was one of those rare gems where he can do anything. But I think the first thing I thought of when I thought of Kobe was when he appeared in that Cypress Hill song.
Oh, yeah.
I'm singing it in my head, dude. Every time I hear it on the radio, like, I can't change the channel, like, because I know it's Kobe.
You're like, all right, I gotta just let this go.
Okay, nobody speak during Kobe's verse, okay? I was like, damn. And he was just like He's a fun guy outside the court.
Yeah.
He wasn't all business.
Oh yeah, he
was
had personality.
Hell yeah.
From what I
Part
hear,
of his intellect.
yeah, from what I hear, he asks people like questions, like really in depth and intellectual questions. It's almost like you're having a conversation with like a philosopher. Like from what everyone said, he always picked your brain. He always wanted to really find out how people's brains work. So he just had that automatic charisma built into him that he was able to do that. Oh, well, damn, Foo.
Well, speaking of, I have this. I just found this clip, a 2.5-minute clip on YouTube about his. It's his best motivational speech. So I think it's very appropriate that we go ahead and
You
just play
son
this.
of a-
All right, guys.
The tears are gonna flow, everybody.
Here we go.
Once upon a time, there was a young basketball player who had dreams of becoming one of the greatest basketball players of all time. My name is Kobe Bryant. I'm 17 years old. With the hunger, the motivation, and the desire to be the best possible basketball player that I could be. He worked day and night, every day, for years and years and years and years and years. And as time went on, 20 years had passed, and he felt that he had accomplished all that he set out to accomplish. But what he come to realize is that the goal that he set out initially of becoming the greatest of all time was a very fickle one. And what he realized that the most important thing in life is how your career moves and touches those around you and how it carries forward to the next generation. But he realized that's what makes true greatness. Well, the story would be about transformation of a kid looking inwardly to then growing up and understanding the importance and the power is looking outward. It's a great feeling to know that you set a goal for yourself and you were able to reach that goal and to knock it down. If I had the power to turn back time, I would never use it. I don't think about it. Because then every moment that you go through means absolutely nothing, but you can always go back and do it again. So it loses its flavor, it loses its beauty. When things are final, moments won't ever come again. To be able to have the power to go back and re-experience those things it's silly to me.
When you take that jersey off for the final time, how do you think you're going to feel?
Very at peace with it, and I'm very thankful, for the 20 years that I've had, and ready to go.
So we were
Thought you
talking
were
about how the Foos picked up some Girl Scout cookies, and I figured since it's Girl Scout season, we should rank them. And we all know what the main ones taste like. I mean, we got what's the shortbread one called? Is it just called Tagalong?
No, wait.
Right?
What's the one? No, that's not. What is
We
that?
didn't buy tagalongs this time. What are you talking about?
But we're all familiar with those, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the shortbreads are the tagalongs.
And so, which are the ones that you bought today?
I bought some of the. Oh no, the tagalongs have the peanut butter.
Oh, okay. All right, so that's the
Peanut
peanut butter
butter
Oh,
and
sandwich
that's the
one.
chocolate with the peanut butter like on top, right? It's
Yeah.
like almost peanut butter cream.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
And then I also got some s'mores.
that's
The
right.
s'mores cookies. Josh got Thin Mints and Do-si-dos.
Mm-hmm.
In addition to
The lemon ones, but we didn't have those. But we've had that at a previous.
we had them at a
Last
different
week.
time
Yeah.
and place, if I might.
Yes, this time last week we dug into a box of those lemon ones.
I'm
You
like,
bought
fucking
2 boxes
sucks.
of those. Nuts.
And then there's also the Samoas, which are
Mm-hmm.
very popular.
What else are those things called? They have a different name sometimes, depending on who you buy it from.
Like the region.
The Do-si-dos?
No, the Samoas. The Samoas have
They're
a different
called
name.
Caramel Delights.
There you go.
Oh.
Caramel Delights Foos. But I gotta
We
say,
didn't buy any Samoas though.
but we all remember what they are. So if we're gonna be truly ranking the Girl Scout cookies, I think we should, I just got reminded of some that I don't normally have. You also bought the Thin Mints.
Yes.
You know?
Well, there are 8 types of Girl Scout cookies.
Okay.
Lemon Ups, that's the lemon one
Yeah.
with the glaze on it. The Samoas,
Right.
the Tagalongs, which is the chocolate covered peanut butter one.
Okay.
The Dosey Does, which is the peanut butter
butter.
sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
Trefoils is the shortbread.
Aha. Okay.
Trefoils.
Yes.
Oh, why don't I remember that name? I thought it was called something else before.
Who cares?
Probably it was probably called shortbread at one point. You don't
No,
think
never.
so? All right.
And what else?
And then you got Thin Mints, Girl Scout S'mores,
That's the one that got. Okay.
and then there's Toffee Tastic.
Toffee Tastic.
What the hell? I didn't see any Toffee Tastic at Stater Brothers.
The little girl probably sold out.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it.
Oh,
Although
Well, those
I think
are the
I've had
most
those
common.
before. The Toffee Tastics.
Toffee Tastics.
Interesting.
Damn. So then, how would you rank it then, Foosy?
well, can't remember all 8 off the top of my head. So
Okay. Well, if I'm gonna give you my personal ranking, and you guys let me know how much of this you agree with. So number 8, last is gonna go. I'm gonna go with shortbread. It's the most boring one.
the Trefoils.
No. It's just called, I'm sorry. Yeah, the trefoils. Well,
We just
confusing me,
discussed
man.
this.
Confusing me. All right, that's last. Dead last.
That's last.
That's last.
You're whack.
Yeah, well, let me finish. Let me finish, because it doesn't matter until you get to like the top 3 anyway.
Okay.
All right. Up next at number 7, the caramel chocolate chip. Though I enjoy a good chocolate chip cookie, everybody makes a chocolate chip
The
cookie.
caramel delights food.
No, it's called caramel chocolate chip. It's just a caramel
Steph
chocolate
said no
chip
such
cookie.
thing.
I did
What?
not say that.
Yeah, food.
Well, it's in here.
You're just lying, dude.
Oh, you
top
know
10,
what?
right?
There might be one seasonal one that rotates.
Son of a bitch.
Because
Matter of
of-
fact, guys, I'm looking at this list that I just pulled up, and I pulled up 12 different kinds.
what the fuck? I only pulled up 8.
Yeah, check this out. So, Reset Lemon Ups, which are the ones that you brought the other day, Fu, it has the glaze at the bottom. The lemonades, it's more or less like a sandwich.
Yeah, I thought that was the one I was buying the other day.
Lemonades.
Thin Mints, Caramel Delights, which are also called Samoas, Peanut Butter Patties or Tagalongs,
That's the title.
Dosey Does or Peanut Butter Sandwiches,
Oh, okay.
Shortbreads or Trefoils, the Thanks a Lot, that's the chocolate sandwich, and I think it's each side has a shortbread pretty much.
Okay.
Fuck out of here.
Yeah. Toffee Tastic, the caramel chocolate chip that I just mentioned.
I've never
the Girl
seen that
Scout s'mores, and there's 2 kinds of Girl Scout s'mores. There's one with the chocolate coating and one without. One that's just a sandwich.
That's the one we had. Just the sandwich.
The sandwich one. But it's the same ingredients. I would imagine it tastes probably just more chocolatey because it's all round.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, the Girl Scout s'mores, they're not that great. You would have to, I think they only go great with like a black coffee because it has so much sugar.
Yeah, that's true. They weren't. I mean, I wasn't overwhelmed, or I wasn't over the moon for them.
So since there's 12th would be shortbread trefoils, 11 caramel chocolate chip, 10 the Thanks a Lot, which are this is the chocolate sandwich. At 9 I'm gonna do the Girl Scout s'mores, and 8 the other Girl Scout s'mores.
Okay.
At 7 I'm putting the lemon ups, 6 lemonades. Next up at, what did I say, 5?
Yeah.
Why'd you have to make the list longer?
Thin Mints, and then Dosey Does,
Wait, you
peanut
put-
butter patties, and best of all are the Caramel Delights or Samoas.
Well,
I put
fool,
them
I'm
on
not going
top.
to give you my top 12. I'm going to give you my top 8.
That's cool. That's cool with me, man.
Fucking dick.
Fuck, you only need top 3.
You only really need top 3.
All right, top 3, Steph. Go.
Samoas, Thin Mints, and you know what I really like? I really like those lemon ups. Or whatever. What was it? The ones we had?
The one we had, the
Ups.
lemon ups, yeah.
Those
That's
ones
the
are
one we
good.
had last week, yep.
What was the other ones, though?
Here.
Lemonades. Those are like a sandwich type.
Foo.
The lemonades are my favorite, followed by the tagalongs,
Whack.
and then followed by the trefoils, foo.
Dang.
They go so well with milk. They do.
Really? That's my last.
You're whack, dude.
The tension
What you
is
got?
high.
What you got on this, Josh?
EEO foo. We got to call the EEO office. Not
I
giving
would-
shortbread their due day foo.
I would say Thin Mints are my favorite, and then I would go with the what is it? The Dositos, those peanut butter ones, and then
Those were good.
And then the trefoils are my number 3.
Interesting.
You're the only.
I can't.
You're the
for
only
me,
weirdo without trefoils.
It's so boring,
well,
dude.
for me personally, I can't do too much chocolate. It's too rich
Are
for
you
me.
faint?
I just that too. No,
Foo,
no,
how'd, you,
it's
how'd, you,
too-
how'd you know foo?
I had a feeling.
yeah, it's just way too rich for me. I don't even like cake that much.
Well, I think pie is better than cake.
I
Any
like
day of the
carrot.
week.
I like carrot cake better than a regular cake.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
like cheesecake, even though it'll kill me,
And it's actually technically a pie.
technically speaking.
Mm-hmm.
Technically.
Hey, so is a tart?
Snake.
So a tart is the redheaded stepchild of the pie,
Yeah, man. No one wants to claim
It's
them,
just
but
tart.
they're there.
like a mini
It's
tart.
a tart. It's its own,
Like
it's
a
its own
lemon tart?
category, I think.
But you know what? It has its time and place.
Mm-hmm.
And
Like a fruit tart?
Yeah.
yeah. And like the tarts are usually very thin. The filling isn't overpowering.
Mm-hmm.
You just have
Or
a
it's
little,
very light.
yes.
like
It's
a
like
lemon
whipped.
tart.
It's almost like a fruit cookie.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's usually fruit, right?
Yeah, usually.
Typically.
But I think that falls
You do it
under
right.
pie.
It's still tart though.
It's a tart. It's its own thing,
I
dude.
don't
It's
know
not
why.
a
But
cake
it's just
or a
like
pie.
a pie, though, right?
No.
No, it doesn't have pie crust. It's like on like a thin, almost like a cookie bread of some sort on top of it. Yeah, food.
It's on a crust.
It's on a,
Yeah, it's on a crust.
Okay, well,
Not a
that's,
pie
That's
tin.
what you guys just.
but it's not
fucking
in a
said.
pie tin food.
Cheesecake isn't in a pie tin, and it's pie.
Yeah, it is. Kind of cheesecake I ate, at least.
Oh, true. I guess sometimes you can be right, Foo.
Have you ever had
Sometimes it
the
is.
fruit tart from Porto's?
Yeah, I have.
Oh, that one's amazing.
That is
Yeah, it's
amazing.
pretty fucking good.
See, it still has a crust,
Mhm.
but it's not necessarily in a pie tin.
Yeah. What you guys say about that, Foo?
I think. Nothing about it.
So we got we got two people in the room that really dig trefoils. That's fucking interesting.
Oh, yeah, dude. I
Foo,
love
they're
shortbread.
great with milk, dude. They're fantastic with milk.
Well, see, that's the thing. I don't want to have to apologize. I talked about this before already. I don't want to have to apologize for my cookie.
How are you apologizing for it,
He's like,
though?
well,
explain. Okay, explain.
it's called
a Samoa goes great on its own. It's a snack
called,
on its own.
Foo, simpler times, just a glass of milk and some trefoils.
Yeah, it doesn't need it. I mean, it's nice, but like a Samoa is superior on its own. It doesn't need a glass of milk.
No,
yeah,
it's
it
not.
is.
I need a glass of
Yeah,
milk. If I have that.
you guys are complainers.
Oh wow! Really? You put
Yeah.
trefoils number 12. You who talk about
Yeah, you and your fucking caramel goodness, Foo.
Oh, it's so good.
They're delightful.
They are, man.
You know what though? Thin mints are pretty bomb.
They are.
Thin mints are cool. I just
if
hate
they're
it.
in the freezer.
I was just gonna fucking shit on that point. You're apologizing for it again, just
No,
like you
I'm
did with
not.
the milk.
How is that apologizing?
What do you mean?
You,
How-
you
explain.
don't have to do anything else to it
But-
for it to be a great cookie.
But how is that an apology? Maybe that's just what you like it as food.
And that's what I'm calling
Foo,
it.
when you add something to the equation gets longer.
Oh, hey, where's the drop?
Just saying.
Yeah,
Foo.
you said it, Foo.
Yeah, just
You
saying.
fucking douche.
All right, Foo. Have a samosa and a glass of milk.
Samoa.
No, samosa. Fuck
Samosa.
samosas.
Okay.
Okay, have a Samoa and a glass
Is
of
that
milk.
a Samoa and a mimosa?
Yes,
Exactly.
Okay.
with the
Cool.
Samoa garnish.
Gotcha.
Have a Samoa and a glass of milk, then have a trefoil and a glass of milk, and tell me which combination takes the cake, Foo.
Nah, man. You know what?
You know what? I'm going to interrupt you there,
Uh huh.
and I'm going to have to tie break this one.
Okay.
He's right about the Trefoil.
Boom.
sucks.
Shakalaka.
No,
Simpler-
with the
simpler
milk
time.
combination though. With the milk.
Fuck you.
With the milk combination.
I didn't know milk was a part of the equation.
Milk's always
nor
a part of
should it
the
be.
equation.
It shouldn't be.
It's a fucking cookie.
So you want to
don't
eat a
have
cookie
milk with the
and then
fucking
just
then
have,
let's talk about
you're gonna have
cookies
a
and
dry
milk.
ass mouth afterwards.
Then let's talk about cookies
What do
and
you
milk
wanna do?
then, not just cookies.
What do you have?
Well,
Cookies and water? You fucking
No, you're just
savage.
supposed to have the. Well, okay, let's just say I'm in my office at work and I just bought a box, to support this entire freaking Girl Scout troop.
We
Well,
better
Foo, you better
fucking
go to-
buy some milk,
You better
bro.
go to your
I
mini
didn't-
fridge and
no.
get that milk out.
There's
dude.
no milk in there, dude. I don't hold milk in my office.
Oh, your
I mean,
office is whack.
look,
dude.
Tell me about it.
Look, bro, if you went to go buy those Girl Scout
Those are the
cookies,
circumstances I'm dealing with
could have
here.
bought milk. Could have bought milk.
Let me tell you this: I ain't got
They're
that.
right in front of the grocery store.
I ain't got that problem at my work, Foo. If someone gets some fucking milk and cookies, or just cookies from the Girl Scouts, Foo, we'll be fine.
You have a cow in your office? How do you have all this milk?
There's a fridge in there, a large fridge.
Big enough for a cow?
And food just happens to magically show up. No one knows who fills it.
Nope.
He just slides right in.
After the last cup, it resets
Yeah.
like a magic trick.
It's like
anyways,
heaven.
Foo.
Yeah.
How about you try that scenario out? And
No,
let me
no,
what's
you know
better.
what? I've
see,
been
you're not even-
outvoted.
You're not even. You're
not a
even
team
open.
player, bro.
Yeah.
I've
Be a
been.
team-
All right, I'll try it just because I want to.
Yeah, okay.
Foo,
Petty about it now.
Not because you said so.
Foo, it's heaven on a Monday evening, Foo.
Yeah. Foo, go ahead and fuck yourself. And one other thing I wanted to talk about after this, and so what wins? The Trefoil takes the win all
Yep.
of a sudden.
Yep.
Are you
I
serious?
didn't give Trefoil number one.
All right,
I said
so what's
Thin
your
Mints.
number one?
Mine was Thin Mints.
Oh, Thin Mints. Yeah. Are you apologizing for the freezer on that one?
No,
as
I
well?
can have Thin Mints by
You're
themselves.
goddamn right you can.
Yeah, I don't need anything else.
Goddamn
to do.
right you can. You guys are changing the rules, man.
Oh, shut the fuck up! Just an apology for your cookie.
Yeah, I don't
Here
even,
to eat
I don't
the
even
cookie.
fucking sound like that.
Foobity doobity.
Foo.
Yo.
It's the Foo Bar Show with Josie and the Foo.
That's right.
Foo. Whenever I listen to a podcast, every now and then, just it's game tapes, for me sometimes. It's like, how are we doing? How are we sounding? Are the levels good? You know what I mean? There's some times where you just like, you will say Foo in the same sentence at least 3 times. Like, it's a beginning, middle, and end. It's a sandwich of Foos, Foo.
Well, what if I forget it?
I guess I didn't think of it that
Come on,
way.
man.
Yeah,
What
know
if
what?
I lose my lines, my speaking lines?
Yeah, no, you shut me up, man. You shut me up.
That's all it says on this sheet here, dude. It just says "foo" all over it, even the watermark.
That's one of our coasters, Foo.
Oh,
You're supposed. Foo,
yo,
how have you been, man? What's cracking?
same old at the Federation, Foo.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that the dating life has changed in a couple of podcasts.
Jesus, man, so fast.
You just had a lady,
Yeah.
and then it wasn't happening, man.
No answers, Foo.
But I understand that you've reinstalled some dating apps into your phone and are back at it.
I mean, yeah.
And I'm not saying
there's no denying it.
and I'm not saying that you had a bad experience, but you're telling me that you had some crazy encounter, some crazy digital encounter, at least, with a few of the postings that you're seeing on there these days.
Well, some of the stuff I see more lately is like, holy shit, is this stuff really going down right now?
Mm-hmm. Shall we treat this like a Woes of Online Dating? Because this segment was always like a heads up, guys. This is what's going down out there if you're joining the those in the single life. I have not been single in a very long time, so I guess I've been missing out on like a lot.
Who it's been days, like thousands of them.
Yeah. Well, let's go on and move forward with the Woes of Online Dating. Take her away, Foo.
Well, Foo, there have been no woes yet. I mean, there's no rush, right? If it's only been like 8 days,
No.
10 days.
No, there's no rush. But I mean, I couldn't help but notice that you were scrolling quite a bit on these dating apps. So, what are you using these days? Is that POF? Is that
Plenty of Fish, man?
Yeah,
yeah. You know, Josh.
I hear that's getting corrupted.
You know, Josh bitched about it, but like, it's kind of like that that episode of South Park, where Cartman's like, you just got to get through all the dicks before like you finally find the real person.
Okay, so it's a numbers game.
Yeah.
Which is pretty much the same thing that you'd be going through if you just went out to a bar one day.
Sure.
So you just don't want to get out of the house?
No,
Unless
I
you
wouldn't say that.
absolutely
I'd
have
go
to.
to the bar, Foo.
Okay.
It's just, I don't know. It's easy because I'm at work and I'm allowed to see who's nearby. These things have like locations on them.
Have you ever seen a fellow employee on it since it's nearby?
I didn't know until like I saw the picture and I'm like, holy shit, they're wearing the fucking Federation badge, dude. Like they're on their break too. Holy shit.
They took a selfie and then posted it on Plenty of Fish?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And then immediately they said that they were a billing specialist. And I'm like, fucking, that's why, Foo, our currency's at all-time high.
USA. USA. So tell me more about what you've been seeing these days, man.
Okay,
What
so
kind of,
I just have Plenty of
shenanigans?
Fish now. I used to have a bunch of dating apps before.
I know. It took up like the first page of all the apps.
Yeah, like when you scroll through your
Yeah.
your pages of apps, Foo.
Yeah.
Not really, but yeah, kind of.
Uh-huh.
I mean, that's what most of these. I mean, all social media is like that. It's
I
just
have a
gotten super
specific folder for
specialized.
that.
All right, man. So I know you didn't bite on this 5 years ago, but I'll say it again.
Mm-hmm.
Kick is an interesting app.
So what do you do on Kick?
You can.
Isn't it just like a messaging platform?
It is.
It's
However, now they have social rooms.
Oh, like a chat room?
Yeah, that you
Okay.
can join like with
That's very
hashtags.
AIM of them. Remember AIM?
Yes.
Everybody was on AIM.
You could just join, some weird name.
Yeah.
But these ones are. It's interesting the way they have it set up. So I'm in one called SoCal 29, and it's just a SoCal chat.
Okay.
It's a lot of people from the IE,
Sure.
but it's also a lot of these people posting about their sexual activity as well, like very, very frequent. I mean, I just shown you a bunch of pictures, and it's like, oh wow,
Yeah.
it's pretty graphic.
Yeah. No, they're not shy. They're not shy.
Not
They
at all.
love posting content
Yeah.
for sure.
So it's just Kick has those strange rooms like that. So that's the name to find the room, right? You don't know what the name of the room is today?
What's it called today, man?
SoCal Hardcore 25 and over, Thick Thursday.
What? So what does this mean? Is this some kind of happy hour, or like, what the fuck's going on here?
It's like the room leader can rename the room and shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's
Yeah,
what this chick decided to do today.
She was in a mood.
She was Thick Thursday foo.
Dick and Thursdays. All right.
That one is also sexual.
But listen to this. Check this out, man, because I have, like you were saying, I have Plenty of Fish. Check out this one, foo. And this is right in your old stomping grounds, foo, of La Puente.
Okay.
This 24-year-old lady.
24-year-old lady. I'm
24.
following so far. La Puente. Okay.
She says hello, handsomes.
She's
very cordial.
She's very assuming.
Yeah. Like she doesn't
Off
know
the
there's a
bat.
bunch of Indian guys like in India on these apps like trying to fucking steal money.
Trying to
and
get
shit.
some strange American shit. Yeah.
So she says hello, handsomes, and she has her Kick ID on here, foo.
Oh, so you can message her
So
on
you can
Kick.
message her directly there. You can go off. It's weird how these apps have like, because a lot of these chicks too are like, oh, just follow my Instagram or Snapchat.
All right.
Like some of them are brave enough to put their Instagram on these,
Oh, wow.
but that's probably how they get followers.
It's
all these
probably-
horn dogs like think these chicks are hot.
Do you really think that's the real Instagram, though? I mean, people can make multiple Instagrams.
That's true.
Yeah, this is probably just her dating Instagram.
Maybe, or maybe her social media one if she gets paid.
True. Yeah, if she may, don't people do shows on Snapchat and such?
They do, and then people also like work for BuzzFeed and shit, and they get paid for this as well.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty
All right.
weird.
All right.
Anyways, so yeah, she has her Kick ID on here, foo, and you better have that censor button ready, foo.
We don't censor here.
All right then. Well, there's no censor button.
All right.
Her name is Wet Cat MILF,
All right.
and you can find her on Kick, foo.
Okay.
Yeah, this is so crazy.
So she's 24.
No. So as you scroll down,
You're gonna bury the lead, dude.
as you scroll down into this profile, she
All right.
actually reveals that she is 62.
Okay. But see, what did you think about? Because you told me this earlier, because you were trying to prep me for this segment, and I said, well, maybe she does that on purpose so that she pulls up on a certain filter. I mean, don't they have like an age filter on these things?
They do.
Okay.
And like your preferences as well.
So she wants to get on that younger filter. You know what I mean?
True.
So that's a good marketing strategy on her.
Also,
on her part.
she'll guarantee looks.
Okay.
They'll be like, hey, this chick's 24. And then they're like, oh, she's 61.
Yeah. At least she'll get. It's a numbers game at this point.
Yeah, Food. That's all it is.
Just increase your chances.
Food. Josh needs to know this, man.
Josh was bad mouthing Plenty of Fish quite a bit last time I talked to him.
Food. You don't hate the player, Josh. Hate the game.
So what else you got?
This is pretty wild, dude. This chick is straight up like saying some really weird shit on here.
Now, is this one example of many people that are like this on these dating apps? Or?
So check this out, Food. On all these, and this begs another discussion I'll bring up after.
Okay.
But a lot of these chicks are like, come to my Snapchat, and they'll straight up sell videos of themselves.
So they're redirecting traffic to their store, pretty much.
So let me, just because I've been on the apps before, I just know. There's a wide spectrum of these girls on Snapchat that charge money because they ask for money, but through a different app.
Okay, like a Venmo or
like a Cash App.
Okay,
because those are like pretty low key, I guess.
Sure.
What happens with these girls is some like just sell content. Some will actually show video of them being sexually active.
All right.
With themselves and then with random guys. And I've even seen ones where like if you join and you pay a premium price, like you get to visit her.
So it's an escort service.
Yeah, it's crazy. But it's like on Snapchat though.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild, man.
What a time to be alive,
dude. It's fucking crazy. I can't believe it.
And you haven't cashed any of those in?
No, man. Why?
No. I'm just asking questions, Foo.
It's like you said, man. Just go to the bar.
Yeah, at that point.
Yeah.
And you know what? I don't know if I ever told you this, but if you ever had any inkling to do anything remotely stupid, just jerk off and then think about it later, and you won't do it.
Oh, dude. You have spoken the truest words ever.
If you're a dude and you're thinking about paying for something stupid like this, just jerk off and then think about it and then be like, you know what, Josie, you're absolutely right.
It's the reason why I finally was able to walk away from my ex, man.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's really all you got to do. I mean, at a certain point, yeah, guys get thirsty, but jerking off really just puts it into perspective. A good beating off. A good beating. But yeah, dude, it's crazy out there, man. I can't imagine. I cannot imagine. I've been with Steph for like 12 years now, more.
Yeah.
So like I've missed the growth of what it was. I mean, this aspect, at least, of the internet for a very long time.
Dude, it's pretty crazy.
So that's why, like, I'm not an old dude, but I can still remember a time where you can just go to the bar and try to meet a nice lady, and then I guess once I was spoken for, it just, I don't know, everything kind of just skyrocketed.
You don't need to be in on the game now, Foo.
Nah, dude. I'm a spectator.
Not unless you guys are trying to get wild and shit.
Well, I mean, even then, you can go to a bar for that.
True, yeah.
So, I mean, I'm not about
so
to...
in a sense, you're still ahead of the game.
I guess. Or, I don't know, I'm just kicking it old school, I suppose.
That's true. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Don't support these Snapchat women, dude. They're evil.
Now we know.
And knowing is half the battle.
Well, thanks, Foo.